There's this sneaky little bugger here. This is my mate's solar panel off the roof of his camper. That's the back of it, because I'm working on it. All these little joints here, as you can see, like these soldered joints here, which are between the block and diodes and all that sort of thing. Half of them were cold soldered, had to be resoldered, which they're now done, but I still couldn't get any voltage out of it. Anyway, I was just messing about, and I just happened to have a little yank on the lead here, and the bloody plug comes straight out of my hand. There's no wire in the end of that. It's a crook plug. When I take the wires off and measure the voltage across these two things here, which is where the wires connect to, it's perfect. I couldn't get any voltage out of here. So I had to tug on the plug and the bastard just came straight off in my bloody hand. So now I'm going to replace the whole lead section with a nice lump of good heavy cable. This is 50 amp cable, and it's a what are we? Doesn't actually state what the amps out is on the back of this, but it's a 30 watt panel, 340 watt panel. So it's a good panel, but yeah, quality assurance passed. What a joke. So, new wires soldered in, there and there. Now, we connect our meter, got it on ohms, which is testing the resistance of the actual cable. And we join him here, 0.2 ohms over 6 feet of cable. Lovely. We'll check this one. Thus, connect him there. 0.1 ohms. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, can't make up its mind. This is a Fluke meter. These are the best meter on the market ever. Every contractor uses Fluke. They're that good. So yeah, now we've got full connectivity. We'll switch him around to DC volts. Be very careful you switch to DC and not AC. And we'll test the voltage. This is with the back of the panel facing out. You're still going to get some voltage. You get no current, but you'll get a reading because there's sun on it. Or, well, it's in the shade, but it'll still have a reading. So we'll see what we get now. We'll just take that one off there. Pop him on there. And we'll put that one on there. And there we go, 17.5 volts. That's facing, with the front of the panel facing into the shade, and the back of the panel in shade as well. We're still getting 17.5 volts. So, we now have a functional solar panel. So now, what I'll do, I'll put that aside for a second, and I will take the panel out into the sun and measure the voltage in the sun. Now just bear with me for a second. I now have the front of the panel facing pretty much into the sun. Put our voltmeter on again. And we will see what happens. If I don't get 23 volts out of this thing this time, I'm going to scream. What have we got? 22.87 volts. Bloody marvellous. She'll go.